So if anybody knows me, knows I've been abstinent since January, right? Prior to being abstinent, I was in basically like a serious relationship with a man who, asked me to be in a relationship with him, asked me to meet his daughter, brought me to his house, showed me where he lived, you know, um, projected that he wanted a kid with me, told me about his family, told me about his life, Um, but I took a break from him, and that was somebody serious. Now, when I took a break, it was because I needed to work some things out in my life. He needed to work some things out in his life. Timing, right? You know, I kept it abstinent for what, 9 months? Yeah, it's been 9 months, right? So, things happen, people come back into your life and like things change and like, you know, um, so I just got back with a guy who I was prior talking to like 3 years ago. We had met when I was like 15, 16. We have history, and me and him talked a lot before getting intimate. Again, I got intimate with him recently, and we had an hour-long talk on the phone prior to him even coming to my house. And then when he came to my house, we had a 4-hour talk prior to even getting intimate. So I'm gonna just say this to say, I've never been friends with benefits with any guy. There's never been a agreement that we're friends with benefits. Never. All the guys I ever get intimate want to be with me, like committed, kids, marriage. I be the one that be like, let's take this slow, let's not rush this, like let's just see how we feel or what we're thinking. I never label it friends with benefits. I'm never on that type of time. I'm not that type of person that's like, oh, this is a booty call, or this is just, no, it's always like, good morning, how you doing? We have long talks, we go out together, we we plan things together, we talk about deep things, like we're grown, like we're not on that immature shit. So it's like, no, these men really want families. Yeah. And these men really want relationships and girlfriends and wives. And I'm just like, I'm not rushing it though. Like, but if we have attraction to each other, yes, we can date each other. But like, no, like we don't do that over here. We don't call friends with benefits. We don't do the whole like sneaky link. We don't do that. We don't do like the whole like, what is it? Booty call. Like, we don't do that. That shit is lame and it's for the low people. Like, I'm not low. I'm not average. Like, guys want to be with me, like, long term. The guy that I'm with right now, he already told me, like, he wants to give me what I desire, whatever I desire. It's my balls. The ball's in my court. Whatever I want to do, he's down for. He just doesn't want to mess up the connection we have. He's open, like, to whatever I'm on, he's on. And being a Sagittarius, I don't like being too controlled and confined in something too soon, and that's what I was doing with the other guy, the Libra, prior to this. Is like, he was very headstrong and knew what he wanted, and like, and although I was admired and I admired that about him, I just needed to breathe. Like, I needed to think for myself. I needed to clear my head. Like, I was just like, this is too much, too soon. Like, whoa, am I ready to have kids? Like, where are we gonna live? Like, how are we gonna, are we gonna move in together? Like, what's the plan? We didn't have a plan yet, and I was telling him the only way I'm gonna have kids is if we plan something, and for the future, so it was too soon to do all that. But our intimacy was amazing, like, but there was still some things that needed to be worked out over time. And that's where you have to have patience with each other and kind of take your time, But no, like, I don't do friends with benefits. I'm sorry. I don't do friends with benefits. I don't do sneaky links. I don't do side pieces. I don't do the hooking up, linking up. I don't do none of that no more. When I was younger, of course, I was open to, like, college lifestyle, But for a long time, I was celibate. Like, I always go on these celibate, abstinent journeys. Because I'd be like, what comes with sex is a soul tie and attachment. You get attached to that person, you be like all, into them, and you got to have those healthy boundaries. And that's what I learned, is like, you got to separate yourself sometimes and say bye, you know? So that's my whole spiel on, like, you know, intimacy, which I don't really say sex, but I say intimacy. You know, being intimate with a person is very sacred, it's very passionate, it's very with a purpose, you know? But I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I think intimacy is so important in your life. I think if it's done the right way, if it's utilized in the right way, it can benefit you a lot. And I think you have to be very responsible and take accountability, and, you know what you're doing, and, you know, and you just have to know how it works for you and benefits you. But yeah, you know, they said sex can even be a healing thing, you know. I think a lot of people know that, you know. A lot of people want love, or to be shown love is a way to be shown love, you know. Being vulnerable with somebody, being naked with somebody, which I don't believe everybody gets naked during intimacy, but I do, because I don't be with just anybody. I really, really, really interview these guys. Like, I interview them, I drill them until I'm like, okay, I feel you. Like, I want to feel you, you know? I'm like, okay with that, you know? But no, I can't be with anybody. Because my memories, you know, like, I love my memories, and I need to have good memories in my head, like, you know, so I only be with good people. So, like, we never fill our minds up with shit like that. Like, oh, friends of benefits, that's not ever us. Ever. We're exclusive. Like, we talk about exclusivity, we're only seeing each other, you know. We be like, guys be like infatuated with me when they're with me. They be like head over heels when they're with me. They be like, oh my gosh, like, and I know, you know, what's real. I know what's honest. I know what's truthful, because I know myself. Like, I know how good I take care of myself. I know that I don't be with other guys all the time, you know. Like, I'm really, like, into myself. So it's like, but yeah, no, like, I don't do the whole, no, I'm a real square, and a lot of people don't realize that. Like, I'm a square. Like, the reason why I had 2 abortions is because I was like, first of all, you didn't tell me prior to you know, getting me pregnant that that's what you were gonna do, you know. And then you should have told me beforehand so I could have had a choice in it, you know. And then, do I want to be with you for 40, 50, 60, 70 years and see your face all the time because we have a kid together? No, you know. Like, maybe I'm just trying to see if, like, you're the person I really want to be with, you know. And yeah, like, you know, I'm not into the whole oops baby, I'm not into the whole baby mama, baby daddy drama. I'm not into that. I've built off of a marriage, you know. I was born into a marriage, so I lived in a 2-parent home, you know. So I'm just built different. I'm different, you know. So guys respect it. Like, they see that I have self-respect. Like, I don't fold. I'm not a folder. Like, I'm like, I stand my ground. This is where I am. I'm stern about it, and they respect it. They either have to, like, find somebody else, or they either have to, you know, respect me. And that's what ends up happening, is like, they realize, like, dang, you know, we have real chemistry. Like, we really get along, or, you know, I can respect this person, you know, and that's what makes them want to stay with me, you know. But that happens over time, you know, and I see it. Like, that's why it's like, no rush. Like, even though I'm the age that I am, I'm still not rushing to, like, commitment like that, you know. Because my personality is very, like, freedom. I love to be free. Like, but if I find the right person, I'm like, yeah, this is the person. Like, with ease, it's easy to be like, yeah, this is the person I want to be with, you know. Like, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, it's a good person. Like, they make me breathe different, you know. Like, I'm breathing cool. Like, I'm cool. I like their energy. I like their vibe, you know. They're calm, they're cool, collected. They go along with me. This is cool, you know. But if somebody else comes along and they're like, well, this is what I want to tell you, this is what I'm trying, you know, I'm be like, okay, maybe I'll fill you out, see how you doing, you know. Let's see. You know, so that's a big decision, like who you're gonna really settle with, like live in a house with, commit to, put a ring on it, all that good stuff for the rest of your life, kids and all that. That's a real commitment, so you really gotta take your time.